Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are taking finally our first looks at Marvel United Multiverse. So this one has been long awaited here on the East Coast. As far as I know, people on the West Coast of the United States have gotten theirs months ago. So if you've been following the channel, you've probably heard me complain about this ad nauseum. But we finally have everything here, and we are going to be doing just a single video for each box to keep them at a reasonable length. And so obviously we're going to start here with the core box. So Marvel United Multiverse. So here, free content. Go to their website. Seen that before. Marvel United Multiverse sticks with the same formula. They're not, doing any big game-changing rules. And you can see that this also is a core box. So you could simply get started with the core box. This has the health tokens, the crisis tokens, the thugs and civilians. Basically everything you need. Ooh, even some Doombot tokens. So there you go. Everything you need to play a standard game. But the big thing that Marvel United Multiverse is adding is the battle plan cards and equipment cards. So equipment cards are going to add things to your game. Generally, you're going to be told to remove some of the wild or double wild cards from your deck. And so that's the big thing that in general has been added to the game at this point. Otherwise, it's the same old effect as before. So here we go. Yep, here's equipment. Experienced players may choose to add equipment to their game. We strongly recommend introducing equipment cards only after all players are familiar with the game rules. Each hero playing with equipment cards must remove the double wild. So there you go. We'll take a look at some of those once we find them in amongst our stuff. Okay. Seems like the plastic got a little thicker. That's a nice touch. All right. Here are the locations that come with the game. A good selection here. Way more than you need. Heroes starting their turn here must ignore one action symbol at the bottom of hero cards this turn. Niflheim. But you gain a punch token. Heroes starting their turn here with 3 or more cards in hand must ignore their draw card step. Muspelheim. Gain a token. London. May gain. End of turn. You may move a henchman to this location and deal 1 damage to them. Project Pegasus. Kunlun. End of turn, you may draw 1 card if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, or discard 1 card to gain a wild token. United Nations headquarters, you may relocate 1 civilian from any location to another location. End of turn, you may cover with a crisis token a symbol at the bottom of the latest hero card in the storyline to gain 1. All right. And TVA headquarters. You may swap any 2 of your face-up hero cards in the storyline. That one's actually pretty helpful. All right. We've got us some villain dashboards here. And of course, this thing that is required for the core box, unless you have the mat. So we don't really need this. It got a little bent up, but that's okay. Don't ever use them. Yeah, so we essentially have 4 villains here. Only one of them, Immortus, I think. Oh, no. Sorry, all of them are super bads except for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider being the purple one, can play both ways. The Doombots can be very tricky. Heroes cannot damage Immortus. When a hero is KO'd, Immortus doesn't activate his BAM instead. Draw Master Plan. Heroes cannot damage Immortus. Yeah, see, he doesn't have a thing. Heroic goal. The heroes win if they complete all 3 missions. Oh, that's interesting. Maestro. When a hero is KO'd, Maestro doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he gains 1 health. When 2 missions are completed, place the Rick Jones token in the location opposite Maestro's. If Rick Jones is not in Maestro's location, Maestro ignores the first 2 damage he would take each turn. Heroes can take Rick Jones with them wherever they go. I wonder if they gave me a Rick Jones token or character as the stretch goals. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the cards here, hero by hero. I'm not going to go through the kind of standard cards. We've all seen these. For the most part, Captain Carter appears to be pretty straightforward, but she's got resourceful, so she's going to be giving tokens to other heroes. Punch an adjacent location or recharge your Captain's Carter shield. So we'll talk about equipment here in a second. Inspiring leadership, give 1 token from the pool to another hero, then draw a card. Ooh, I like that one. So that's Captain Carter. There's her card back. How about we do that? Let's see, Ironheart here. I'm excited about Ironheart. So Ironheart has got maximum firepower. You may discard 1 action token to double punch against a single target in or adjacent location. Nat Dali, distribute 1 and 1 tokens from the pool among heroes. This turn you may treat blank those as wild. Tech Genius. Okay, so not bad. And here's Ironheart's card back. So Spider-Man 2099, we actually already have a version of him. This is, I guess, the original version. Entangling Webs. Attach a stunned token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is discarded. Accelerated Vision. Reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. Okay. Talons and Fangs. And Spinnerets. As long as this card is face up, is this a starter card? Yes. As long as this card is face up in storyline, if there are no movement symbols at the bottom of the 2 latest hero cards in the storyline, you may perform 1 free. I like that one. So basically, he can always move. All right, we got Black Panther Shuri here. Yep. Gifted Strategist. Reveal the top 2 cards of the Master Plan deck. You may either put 1 at the bottom of your deck or place them back in any order. Okay. Shielding. Draw a card. Ooh, I like that. And recharge her Hard Light Shield. Lab Genius. Then draw until you have 3 cards. Man. She's got good healing capabilities here. There's her deck. Now we've got Loki. We've never had a playable hero Loki before, so that's exciting. Okay, he's got lots of... All right. Shapeshifting. Until the beginning of your next turn. When you take damage, you may redirect it to another hero or henchman. Okay. Scepter. He actually only has 3 special cards. Recharge your Scepter. Next villain turn, when the Master Planner, you decide which location the villain moves to. I like that one. Too bad he doesn't have more of that. But there's Loki. I do like this version of Loki. So Cosmic Ghost Rider can be played as a good guy or a bad guy, as the boss. Remote Possession. At the end of this turn, you can instead use the end of turn effect of any single location with no threats as if you were there. Okay. Defeat all thugs at your location. Okay. He's very punch heavy. And then Mighty Thor. Woo! Triple punch against a single target in your location. Wow. Move to any location. You may bring any number of heroes with you in your location with you. That could be very handy end game when you're chasing down the boss. All right. So that was the Mighty Thor. So I believe that is all of the heroes. So these should be all the villain cards. We don't need to see those. We've got some challenges. These are going to be the super villain and superhero cards. So these are used, we actually saw these in X-Men, but if you have a fifth player who wants to play as the boss, as the villain, the heroes get to play some hero cards, and the villain gets to play these cards from their hand. So, let's see here. Dogs of War. They're all Dogs of War, okay? That's Maestro for you, okay? I'm not going to go through all of the villain cards. Let those be a little bit of a surprise here. There's Maestro's back. So this is Ghost Rider as a boss villain. And essentially all of these are going to go off. Anytime he has a BAM on his card, all his locations go off. He's basically adding thugs everywhere. Nope, it's 50-50. So he's basically over flooding the board. That's his thing. All right. Dr. Doom, who we were just looking at. Emperor Doom. Dr. Doom is quite a tricky character. Let's see, it looked like he had some people in his... just Namor and the Purple Man. Okay. I like the white with the silver. And then we have Annihilus, Yondu. We got Yondu, Star Fox, Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer. Ooh. And so that's Immortus. All right, now let's get to starting master plan. That's interesting. Let's get to what we all came here for, and that's the equipment. So that are two types of equipment, and basically this one here says any hero. It's pretty straightforward, or you have others that are hero specific. So for example, this one says Loki on it. So let's see here. Yeah. So here we say use on, this is Wasp's suit. Use on your draw card step. Instead of drawing the top card of your deck, search for a shrink card in your deck, shuffle it after or in the storyline and draw it. Then turn this face down. And then it says when it's exhausted, you remove this card from the game. So this one is single use only. But let's find one that you can then flip back over. For example, here's a makeshift weapon. Use on your turn. Defeat one thug in your location, then turn this face down. So pretty straightforward. And you use these in combination with your normal action for your turn. So we've already seen these. Let's find. Here we go. Here's a good one. So here is Loki's Scepter. Use on your turn, add 2 thugs in any location and perform a double punch in any other location. So he's a mixture. Then turn this face down. Once this is face down, it has a recharge side. It says at the beginning of your turn, discard 2 action tokens to turn this face up. So we do that. Or we saw a lot of these characters have special event cards. For example, Captain America, Captain Carter's shield. Here it says, use on your turn, punch in an adjacent location, or use on a villain turn, ignore 1 damage dealt to any hero in your location. Then turn this face down, and then it says, recharge at the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token to turn this face up. But we know that she had some cards that allowed her to recharge her shield without having to discard 1 action token. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is equipment. We've got Captain Carter's shield, Loki's scepter, Mjolnir, Hard Light Shield, Spear of Banshenga, the Hell Cycle, Hellfire Chain. So these appear to be all for people in this game. And then this whole set over here is all like back catalog stuff. Wasp is an original. Star-Lord, Superman's web shooters, Miles Morales' web shooters, Magneto's helmet, Stealth Field Generator for Iron Man. So lots of cool stuff here to rope you back in. Last but not least, the only other cards we have to look at here are these battle plan cards. They are simply just a way, if you're playing the Commander solo mode, you can give yourself a budget and you would play these or lay these out, and you have supporting heroes whose cards you can see and play on your turn instead of playing a regular card. And these battle plan cards just help you with those supporting heroes. Again, you could play with a budget of 2, 3, or even 0, depending on how difficult you wanted to make your game. All right, now let's take a look at some miniatures.